Yeah, it's working. Okay. Check, 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 check. Check, checkity, check, check. Okay, that's better. All right. Well, hello. So I'm just kind of hanging out tonight, and my new PC finally came in. So I'm gonna just kind of hang out and build. If you have questions or whatever, go over the parts I'm using, things like that. But yeah, I have no real goal tonight except to build most of this. I don't think I'll finish tonight just because I have other things to do. But yeah, so first up, a Asus Prime Z690 PD4 motherboard. So I've had Asus motherboards in the past. I like them. They work out well. So I'm going to continue to use them. Not a whole lot comes in these boxes anymore. IO shield, we need that. May or may not need standoffs, I don't know. Don't need that. That's a spare. And a book. And that is it. Pretty simple and easy. That I can throw away. I don't have to keep that. Oh, and here's the board. I'm pairing this with an Intel 12700K. The 900K, the 12900K was a bit pricey. So I didn't really want to go that route. All right. Hey, Aaron. Yeah, so this has full M.2 slots, which I'm going to go ahead and use both of those. I've got 32 gigs of RAM to throw in there. I actually bought this for my old PC, but it didn't really work in the Gigabyte board, so I'm hoping it'll work better in this Asus board. If it doesn't, then I need to buy more RAM. But I spent so much money on that, and then by the time I went to use it, couldn't return it, so figured, why not? Hey, Ryan. So actually, there's a third spot. There's 3 PCIe, and these are, I believe these are both Gen 4, and this one's a Gen 3, or all 3 might be Gen 4. I don't remember. Oh, that's what these are for. These are for the, it's the standoffs for that. So I just need to figure out which one. Actually, might as well get the book out, because I need to remember which one, number 1 and number 2. Did they really give me a CD? Yes, they did. Who uses a CD anymore? Gunner! Go fast. Not Jay-Z 2 cents. Not at all. Let's see here. Does it tell me which ones it is? Yeah, here we go. So A, B, and C sequentially. PCIe 4, PCIe 4. They're all PCIe 4. Yeah, so this is A, B, and C going down. Easy enough. So first off, we'll get our processor in. Again, it is a 12700K. This actually, I waited a long, I was going to go with Ryzen. I was waiting forever. I waited a year for the 5900X to come into stock. But then when this came out, I'm glad I waited. I mean, this crushes it in like every benchmark. So I decided to go with Intel again because why not? So I'm actually not using any of the SATA I/O on this. I'm running just 2 Gen 4. Is this actually Gen 4? This might be a Gen 3. Yeah, I did get a Gen 3 for my bulk storage. This is a 2 terabyte Intel one. That's a Gen 3. but the 980 Pro is a Gen 4 for the OS, and I think that's just a 500 gig. Yeah, 500 gig for the OS, which is more than enough for that. I haven't built a PC in a couple years now. Since I last built my Workbench PC. Oh, the GPU, it's right here. You'll get to see it. I waited forever to be able to buy one of those. Absolutely forever. So oh, they don't have the marking on this anymore? Oh, it's that right there. Okay. Man, that's weird. Last thing you want to do is install your processor wrong. Bloop. Alright, so all this can go in here. Because I'm a hoarder and I save it just in case something goes wrong. I still have my box. So there's that. Alright, and we'll do the RAM, I guess. So this is G-Skill Trident Z full RGB RAM. It looks awesome. And actually it's brand new because I forgot Newegg replaced it because I thought it was bad. But it ended up being my board that was the issue and not the RAM. But I've been sitting on this RAM for well over a year. And I bought, so this board is DDR4. You could get DDR5 boards, but they are incredibly expensive right now. So it's really, really not worth the money. And I also did not want to be an early adopter of DDR5. Other people do that. Yeah, I am technically an early adopter of the 12700K, but that's fine. One too many. Well, I mean, I'm not counting PCs at work, Aaron, because PCs at work are a totally different story. This is purely fun. And again, so the main thing this is for VR. So I sold my Oculus Quest when the Oculus, I sold my Oculus Rift when the Quest 2 came out because I can tether that to the PC. And my VR PC was quite old, and I was definitely getting some bottlenecks in certain games, especially when playing it tethered. Because yes, I can play it standalone, which is kind of the awesome thing about the Quest and the Quest 2, but I wanted to be able to still play things like Half-Life Alyx, which is an amazing game. And I mean, I can literally play that all night long multiple times. I think I'm on my 3rd or 4th playthrough that game now. And it can be pretty demanding, especially if you have all your settings pumped. So that had the 2080, but an old, what was that? That was a 60, well, no, 40, what is that, 4500K, 6500K? I don't remember what it was. It was an old processor, though. So I definitely wanted to make sure that I got something a bit newer. So now we'll do our M.2 drives. Oh, nice. This has the thermal pad already on it. So in our primary, again, this is a 980 Pro. This is probably the fastest drive I've ever bought. I don't have anything that's PCI Gen 4. So this thing should hum pretty good. There's so much packaging for such a tiny, tiny thing. You kind of forget how small M.2 drives are. At least I do. So now I need to pull out one of these standoffs and do that. Oh, your main one you just rebuilt. I see. Now we can put this back in. Perfectly lines up. Smaller. I love how easy these are to install. And then just gotta remove this. No, you stay on. I want to take off the film, not the hole. This has a thermal pad on it. That way when the drive gets toasty, it's basically got this nice heatsink right on the top of it. So that works out well. There we go. So that's A done. Again, keep everything in the boxes just in case something doesn't work. Livestrong Brisson. I don't think I've ever had an MSI board. I think I might have many years ago, but nothing. I think I had an MSI for an old AMD build. That was my server before I actually went to like server class hardware. All right, and here we have, this is an Intel, what's this one? An SSD 66P. So it's not the fastest thing in the world, but again, it is a Gen 3 drive on purpose because I don't need it to be stupid fast for just the bulk storage. It's already NVMe PCIe 2, so that's not a problem. Or PCIe 3. It's right there. Oh, The Verge. I actually don't watch The Verge. I just hear people talk about them, but I've never read or watched anything from their platform. So, yeah, that looks pretty good right there. I mean, I know like Linus and Jay like just make fun of The Verge all day long. All day long. Did I not put that back together properly? I didn't. That's how it goes. So I ran, that's what I tell you, Aaron. So I ran an Asus P67 in 2 of my builds for, God, forever. Like since 2012, 2013, something like that. I ran them up until 2018, 2019. 2018, I guess, when I rebuilt the Workbench PC, and then my VR PC had it. But it was in one of my other builds. So I've got a USB 3 card here just because you usually need a lot of USB 3s, and it'll be nice to have a couple extra ones in there. I'm reusing my old EVGA 1000-watt G2 power supply. I did get the graphics card bundled with an 850 G6. So it's a lot newer than this, but this is 1000 watts and it's gold. That one is also gold. It's either, yeah, I think that one's gold as well. But either way, I'd rather have a higher power supply so it's more efficient with the power that it's using. Okay, so I can set this somewhere. I can get up the case now. So I am pretty stoked about the case too. This is a Corsair IQ 4000X, and I am pretty stoked about it. I have to do it over here because you guys on the Workbench can't see it. I've only ever had one white case prior, and I loved it. That was my Corsair 600D. Loved that case. Modded it many years ago when I was still doing computer modding. This thing is so clean looking. Oh, it's so clean looking. Like you see it on the build videos for like the pro YouTubers for PC builds, and it looks good. Man, I gotta say, in person, this is even cooler. This is a mid-sized tower. I didn't want anything too big. It's got this magnetic, very nice thing up there. It comes with ooh, this is also my first tempered glass case until my kids break it. So, and it comes with their RGB fans, which I also got their H100i 240 rad for the processor. It did have a little bit of bend back here, but hey, for as far as this case had to come, it does not look half bad. Okay, and then this does come with the Commander, I think is what they call it. I'm also going to take out that hard drive sled because I don't need it in here. And that'll give me more space underneath. It's just... yeah, no, that's out of the way. Yeah, pretty good so far. We've got some SSD hard drive sleds here on the back. I don't need them because, again, I'm not using any of those type of SSDs. Actually, I think this comes with the RGB controller. But this should be pretty easy to get everything together here. Static power, various front panel deals. Okay. They have some interesting little like neon yellow accents here and there, which is pretty cool. But man, the front, that's going to look so flippin' epic with some RGB fans going. Oh, let's see here. Let's get this put in. Oh, wait, no. Got to put in the IO shield first. Sure that matches up, which it does. And if you had a Wi-Fi card, have it. Lines up. There it goes. Interesting way of doing it. Anyways. Yeah, I'm using an all-in-one for the. I've actually never used an all-in-one before in a full-time build. Never done that before, but I've tested them before, but I've never actually used any in my builds. I've always done custom water cooling loops, but right now I'm going to use the all-in-one, and I'll use the air cooling on the GPU for now, because doing custom loops, I didn't want to, I mean, granted, yes, this build is expensive, like kind of obvious here. But adding in custom water cooling adds several $100s. If anybody's never custom built a water cooling rig before, they are stupid expensive. And I have water cooled all of my PCs for the past, I guess, past 12 years, 13 years, I guess. Ouch. Man, that RAM is sharp. No, it did not come with a black IO shield. Yeah, it is a nice touch, but and that's when you get pretty nitpicky, because ain't no one gonna see the back of this computer. It's gonna be nestled beside the entertainment center in my living room under the TV. There's only 6 screws to hold this on instead of like a normal 9. I guess, wait, is this an MATX or is this ATX? I don't really remember. I think this is just standard straight ATX. But yeah, either way, it only uses 6 screws to hold it in, which I find interesting, because normally they take a lot more than that. Dad? What? What do you need?
Can you take my downtime off?
Hang on, guys, I'll be right back. Not tonight, we'll start tomorrow. Bye, kids. I think a closed door would give them a hint. Guess not. Okay, well, that's in now, so that's cool. Now we'll go ahead and get the power supply put in. Yes, this is quite a chunky boy of a power supply, but it runs great. Go that way, so we're venting down and out, and I can still easily enough. I'm gonna plug some of the cables in now. So we need motherboard. There. Okay, we're gonna need, how many CPU do we need? It's a 8 plus 4. Interesting. It's been a while since I used one of these newer boards. So here's 8. So CPU 1. I need another one of those. And right here, CPU 2. And then I think I just need a SATA power. We're going to need 3 of these VGA. 1, 2. I don't want a double, I want the singles. 3. Because this thing takes 3 8-pin power connectors. So, I can put 6. I can run 2 of these GPUs off of this power supply, which is pretty slick. 2.3. And then, oh, that's another CPU one. I don't need that. Peripheral. Here's a SATA power one that I need. For Clipper. That'd be funny. This is a SATA one. I think that's it. So doing that up front just makes life a little bit easier. Loosen that a smidge so I get these all laced in a little bit. Yeah, 3 8-pin power for that. Yeah, no cable mod. I don't need cable mod, Ryan. At least not right now. I mean, honestly, the only thing you're going to see of this computer is the front of it. Where my Workbench PC, I mean, that's a showpiece because I look at that every day and it sits right at my computer, made at my desk. I'm going for a lot of function over form here with this one. So you can sit right there for now. Let's get R2 8-pin. Cable mod cables are also like, aren't they like stupid expensive? Like $50 for cables. Okay, I'm not the most practical person in the world, but it seems a bit unnecessary. One. I've also only had one board that ever needed 2 8-pin connectors, and that was the old, what, i9 920. Three. So then this one, shove back behind there. Yeah, there's that done. We can just zip these. Man, how are you supposed to be able to get to those? Does that come off? No? These zip tie points are like insanely obnoxious in their location. Like super. This is why they give you like incredibly long zip ties. Come on. One more right through here. Should do 2 more just because these are annoying. There we go. And then cutters. Okay, so now let's get the motherboard connected. Ooh, don't like that. This also is a cheaper board because cost and efficiency. I really wanted an ITX build, but ITX boards right now for this platform are like $400. I was like, yeah, definitely not worth it right now. I mean, if they were like, I think this was 100, 150. I don't like to go much more than that on a motherboard because that's anything higher has features that I don't really care about. Plus, the thing with Linus that like, unless you're overclocking, the board doesn't matter. I think he did a video on that recently. Okay, so I need to, before I go any further, let's put this down out of the way and let's get not the graphics card yet, as I know Ryan's waiting for it. I did open it up. It is amazing looking. So yeah, so this is an iQOO H100i Elite. I went with this because I'm just trying to keep one ecosystem for all the RGB. I have 4 different RGB sources on my workbench computer, and it's super annoying to manage all the RGB. So this should have the commander hub in it. There it is. Yes, okay. So this is what we're going to use to, instead of the built-in hub, we're going to use this guy for all the RGB. And actually, I won't be able to install that tonight anyways because I had to order the adapter for the 1200 series processors because it didn't come with it. None of them do. You have to order a separate adapter for like $2. I have had mostly EVGA GPUs, except for this current one is my 2080 Ti is my 2080, it's not a Ti, my 2080 is a gigabyte, which I like so far. It's pretty good. It did my 10, because it was a 1080 Ti and it died. So Gigabyte didn't have any more to give me because they were end of life, and they sent me that. I was like, sweet, I'll take that. So it was pretty cool. And I'm going to remove the stock fan hub because I don't want it in here. There's nothing wrong with this fan and RGB hub, nothing wrong at all. But since it only does 3 fans and 3 RGB, that's not going to work out for me because I'm going to have 5 fans in this. The back one here, I thought I ordered a separate fan for that. Guessing I didn't. Could have swore I did, but maybe I didn't. Either way, I have enough for that because I can do 6 fans on here, and with this back RGB fan, it'll be 6. So I'll have to look online because I could have swore I ordered that, but it's not in my parts here. So we'll see what's up with that. So all it's going to be is we're going to put this thing. So let me do this as well. I love how none of these are labeled. Oh, this is all just the RGB, and this is the fan connection. Okay, yeah, so that's the fans. Okay. So let's see here. One, two, three, four, 5 cables. There should be 6. All right, here's number 6. Okay. Take it underneath. These ones underneath. Okay. Cool. So we've got fan number. Start at the bottom. We'll go bottom up. Number 1. Number 2. And number 3. The same thing with RGB. Number 1. Number 2. And number 3. So cool. And then I think I'm gonna just I have no idea where to mount this at. No idea at all. I'm gonna just take all those fans out of that. Yeah, you did get a good price on that. That's insane. So, yeah, I have no idea how they want you to mount this thing. Maybe if I take off a drive sled, because again, super not needed. Put it right here, like that. And figure out how to manage those cables. I think I'll do that. Some sticky stuff here. That ain't going nowhere. Okay, so here's our USB. Now we'll start doing some of the front panel stuff. So let me verify which all those are for that. That's all the fan inputs. So we have that USB goes there, and then just two USB. So there's 2 3.1 gen USB. Okay. So you're gonna go. Which slot's number 1? Whoa, that was loud. Subscriber, hello, hello. So, put you in the USB number uno. Like that. And then have audio. Where's the audio at? I think it's just that one in the back. That's the only one that fits that pin out. Yep. So I'll bring you up under here. Goes like this. Okay, there's those two. That's power. Here's the USB 3. Which goes right here. So this is front panel USB 3.0. Wow, this is really hard to get in. Quite a affirmative, like, click. Let's add that cable to there. There, that looks good. And people aren't interested in PC builds. I just didn't feel like building this alone. I didn't expect to have 30 people here while I built this either, so it's fine. I don't know how I want to do this cable management of all of this stuff here. Well, I could go around that and use some of their car ties. Did I just put that in backwards? Yes, I did. That's better than sticking the eye. We'll call that good. So what do we have here? What the heck is this cable? Oh, this is 3.2, USB 3.2. Interesting. And it's got a connector I've never even seen before. So weird looking sucker. Oh, there is a right way to put it in. So now I know that. There's a right way, which means there's a wrong way to do it. Oh, of course, I just put that cable on top of all of those. Now it looks bad. There we go, that's better now. And, oh, we have the front panel. So I can open windows on back panels. Yeah. All right, so we've got our power LEDs first. So that's these two. And then power switch and reset switch. Reset switch goes there, here. Power switch. Oh, I'll run those underneath here. Let's do reset switch first since it's on the bottom and it's annoying. Yep, and power switch above that. Nope, that one. And then power LED negative and positive. Easy day. So what do we have back here for power now that needs powered? So I need a SATA power for the hub, which is just going to get tucked in under all the GPU power cables. You ain't going to see that. PC giveaway. Dude, you know how long I've been saving and hounding online to try and be able to get this thing, dude? Long time. Very long time. It looks pretty slick though with the silver and the white and everything in there. Oh, come on. That doesn't look half bad. So I want to look in here. Just curious if maybe they did send the right stuff for it. Which I don't think they did because I'm not seeing it in here yet. That's all just the hold down stuff. Yeah, because this is for socket 1200 or 500X, 2011, 1266. Oh, sorry, 2011 or 2066. Don't think any of these actually work with it. Which I don't understand why they don't, honestly. Because, like, the only difference was the screws. Because this backplate is still supposed to work. Supposed to. There, and there. I might actually try it just for kicks, because why not? Oh, there it is. I'm gonna say, isn't there a book in here? Take that off. Least I can do is get everything mostly installed and then the graphics card in. The only thing I have to do is mount the CPU if I end up having to do that. Here it is. Man, this is pretty nice looking. Pretty nice, pretty nice. Oh, Zeddy's here. Okay. And we've got 2 more of the Corsair fans. So I don't know how I want to do the. Oh, is this a white plate? Ooh, I might end up putting that sucker on. That's gonna look better. I don't know which way I want to do the fans. Do I want to see them in the top, or do I want to see them in the case? I think I want to see them in the case, even though going the other way makes it easier to clean. Having the fans on top make it easier to clean. 550 for a 2060. Not real. I mean, it's expensive. I mean, if you're comfortable, I mean, that's the thing right now with all this. Like, if you're comfortable paying whatever someone's asking for a graphics card, then so be it. But if you're not comfortable with it, then I would not do it. Fans on top. Fans on top. They will be pushing air out like this. But the only thing is, then you're not going to see them, like, at all, which sucks. Oh man, decisions. I don't know. How do I want these things to go? I'm gonna do it inside for now, just because I want to be able to see them. Right now, can always change it later, I guess. Ooh. These screws are quite lengthy. Do these new radiators have space for screws to go in? Does not look like it. I guess they do. Well, not much is going to show through the top because I mean, yeah, it's open right now, but once you put the mesh on top, you don't really see a whole lot through that. I mean, you can see some, I guess. Yeah, there is room for push-pull, but these fans are expensive. So I do not, and push-pull is not worth it either. There's no advantage doing push-pull. What do we got here? 5, 6. You also don't push-pull with fans like this. Maybe like Yate Loons or something. Or what was those old gray ones called? The scythes or whatever they were. Like those you could do it with. But whoa, that was cool. Let's get a couple of these started. Figure out where I want it to go. So that's as far back as it'll go if I do that way. It's pretty centered. That's all right. And this will wrap around. I'll go there eventually. Hey, Tommy. Yeah, but Ryan, a 2-degree drop does not justify another $100 in fans. I mean, yes, I do have some other fans here I could throw in, but not RGB and not just black. So let's pass these guys up through here. Let's see if we can get I need to loosen these. Coo, 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 coo. I did it without these washers because I don't like that. Well, Ryan, you know, we all don't, you know, have that kind of disposable income, you know. I'm messing with you, but yeah, no, I could again. A lot of this build, yes, I do have some nice things in here for looks, but overall, I am kind of going for function over form on a lot of decisions I made. Yes, I do have RGB all the things, but that was me treating myself on this one. But yeah, I mean, could have went with better SSDs, could have went with better cooling, custom loop, but I don't really want to do much maintenance on this machine. I want to be able to take it outside, blow it out once every, 3-4 months with the compressed air or the compressor, and then not worry about it again for another couple months. Because it will be on all the time in the living room. Okay. This guy as well. Let's put you through here. Like that. Could always pull Linus and only put like two screws in, because he is notorious for not putting all 4 screws in his fans. Bam. I did look at doing air cooling, but I did find that this generally cooled better. And again, I kind of took a mix of what looks good and how cooling is. This is one of the top EIOs out there. So, That's for the AMDs. Connect the pump to CPU fan header. So, oh crike, was that up top? It might have been. Yep, it's up top. It is going to be pretty much just VR. Because we've got smart TVs, so I don't need it to do anything else other than play VR. So I'm actually going to swap out that faceplate. Love they give you like a, oh, it's plastic. They give you a plastic hex head. Because these are barely attached. I guess they don't want you to crank it with the metal one and break the acrylic, which is smart of them. Okay, take the black one off. We'll put the white one on because I think that's going to look better. The nice thing is that the pump housing is also symmetrical, so if you had to mount it in a weird way, you could just change the top of the pump housing. Because a lot of companies, it's just kind of like lasered on there, their logo, and if you can't install it the way you want to, sometimes you have to put the pump in upside down or sideways or whatever, and then your logo doesn't look right. It looks like crap because it's sideways or something. Again, these are first world PC builder problems. Yeah, because I run 2 servers for all my media. So I mean, I use it for VR and honestly for Skyping the family because I put a camera on top of the TV and then we can Skype so Christmas morning. I don't think we want to have this ready for Christmas. So Christmas morning, well later in the day once my folks wake up, I will Skype them from the TV so they can watch the kids open gifts or just kind of hang out with them for a little while. And it generally is kind of a nice thing to do with my folks since I live on the other side of the world. And that cable is stiff. Man. But yeah, we're not going to run that yet. Let's do the last part of taking a look at the graphics card. I can put this back on top. Actually, before I do that, I want to put these screws and stuff away so I don't lose them when the proper screws come in. I have no idea where they are. I'll have to ask my wife if a small package came with just some screws in it. Oop, where'd that go? There it is. Okay. Put these cables away because I don't need these. I have so many extra cables because I have 2 of the same power supply. I bought these, God, I don't even know how long ago because they were on sale on Newegg. Literally probably 8 years ago, 7 years ago or something. I have all the accessory cables for both of them in one bag. Put all of this extra hardware in here for the case and for the motherboard because I won't keep the case box, but I will keep the motherboard box. I'll leave all the zip ties and stuff out. Might need that stuff. So, okay. Now we can get the graphics card out. Oh, I love Plex, man. I've been running Plex for, again, probably 6, 7 years now. All right, so here it is. I already peeled all the stuff off of it, which took like 10 minutes to do. The peels on this thing. Here is the absolutely chonking beast 3080 Ti. Oh man. Yeah, this thing is an absolute behemoth. Does a really nice backplate on it too, though. So you can buy a what's it called? It's like a retention bracket for this thing. Don't think it's for this case. Oh, they even give you they still do case badges. My God, they still do case badges. Anyways, good looking card. I don't know what I was going on about. Yeah, it is the largest graphics card I have ever held. It is absolutely a chonker. So if we're doing, it's going to be even though it's huge, I mean, it technically is a triple slot, but it only takes 2 slots from here. There's a couple quad slot ones, I think. Yeah, look at that sucker. It takes up most of the case. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it takes up a good portion of the case there. Definitely no dead space around from this guy. Or if your case is ever feeling empty, just put a 3080 Ti in it. Yeah, it's a mighty big, mighty eagle, mighty big graphics card. And then we've got our 3 power cables. One, 2, come on. Oh, Brandon went and saw Spider-Man. Nice. How was it? Two. And 3. Let's see if I can. Oh man, this thing just got so much heavier. Oh my goodness. So much heavier. And we've got, this is top fan, and then RGB for you, and RGB for you. It was all right. The closest I've ever been to walking to get a manager. Why would you want it? Why? What happened? Give me details, man. You just almost went full Karen on somebody. I don't fault people whenever it's needed. Because sometimes people just need a good, like, good talking to. Oh, and there's a phone call. So give me a minute. Let me go get this phone call. Okay. Seeing it again tomorrow. Oh, children in the theater. That sucks, dude. I always feel bad, because like I have kids, and I try to make sure like they are like respectful and things like that, especially when we're going to like somewhere public, like a theater or something like that. But I do know there's a lot of people out there that don't share that feeling, which is quite sad. Oh my goodness, chonky boy. Yeah, well, so once this gets in there, I may end up moving these cables to underneath or something. I don't know. But that's pretty much the build. We'll do my USB card. Where can we do that? I can do that right here. Now I will have to run. We'll have to run Ethernet to the dining room. Because I have not done that yet. Push that down a little bit more. Right like that. That's more center. And that one's pull this down as well a little bit. There we go. Oh, Dan's here. So if we set this in here, I'd love to boot this thing up and try it out, but I really don't want to jack with power a CPU without cooling. It's fine if you do it for a second, but I need to curb my desires. This side panel on. And these side panels are flipping heavy. I've never had tempered glass. The Thermaltake case I have right now is plexiglass. So it's quite light, but this is one good looking case. I'm actually kind of sad that it's not going to be my daily rig. But yeah. I definitely went faster than I thought I was going to do too, honestly. I was quite honestly expecting not to get through everything here. Just because of takes a while to do stuff. Nope. Throw all these in here too. All this goes back into here. Look. And we'll get all that out once we get the screws, which would be great if it was before Christmas. If not, I might try and see if I really can use these other ones, or if I really can't. Don't see why I couldn't, though. I don't really know what the difference is, but they tell you online that you can't. I'm not one to do what I'm told. There. Twisties can go into my twisty cup. So yeah, that's it for building a PC tonight. All my boxes to save for now. But yeah, so let me switch you guys up this way a little bit. There we go. Yeah, Aaron, I'm waiting for you to build the Tiny M so I can see what you do. Brandon just sent me a care package. Thank you, Brandon. With some, I know he said he sent some motors and stuff, so I'll definitely have enough motors to do a Tiny M. But a Tiny M would be a lot of fun to build. I have most everything except for a bed. Don't have a bed for it. I'd have to order or make something for it. Haven't really decided what to do with that about that yet. But so what I have here now is I've got two things. I've got a 3D scanner here that just came in. This is from, what company is this? I don't even know. RevoPoint 3D. So they've sent me a scanner, and then I have another printer here from WeDo. I think this is their i3. What one's this? Does it say? All the packing labels are over the actual stuff inside. I think this one's WeDo. Did I cut it open? I did not. Oh, yes, I did. It is. So this is the Hepi i3. I mean, it's got RGBs. So I'm thinking about streaming this tomorrow. Doing this tomorrow night for me, so it's like afternoon for you guys. Oh, you're still in bed off Grapple. Ooh. So this is just an Ender 3 clone, I'm pretty sure. Nothing spectacular. I mean, it has auto bed leveling, has fill and run out. But it's a fair kit. Not like completely pre-built. Yeah. So what I'm trying to do is convince my wife to build this with me. I think that would be a hilarious stream. We talked about it, we joked about it, but how funny would it be for Mrs. Fugatech to build a 3D printer live on stream? I think it would be pretty funny. I'm going to ask her again if she wants to do it, and if I can get her to do it tomorrow night with me, I think that would be a lot of fun. But that scanner I'm going to pull out soon and start working with that. I've got the Ender 7 here on the table, ready to finish its review. I have all the prints done on it, and I'm ready to say my piece about that. And the WeDo just finished. I have a multi-material video I just filmed last night. I need to make B-roll for it sometime this week. Hopefully we'll film that and get that out before Christmas. That would be fun. So it'd be awesome. Of course, you guys would say it'd be awesome. I think it would be fun. You know, she can kind of see what it's like, and I mean, it's a moderate kit. Like again, it's not like fully built like a lot of machines are, or like come in like 2 pieces. It comes in a few, but it's not like a Prusa kit from scratch or a scratch build, anything like that. It is fairly built already. So, anyways, I will keep fighting that fight and see how it goes. My wife is real. That she is. Well, she never comes around. Trust me, she would never come on stream unless she really wanted to. So I might actually go talk to her now. But I have a friend who just bought a Prusa Mini, and she is having some build issues. So I'm actually going to be calling her shortly here to help walk her through the build process, setting out the slicer, things like that. It's fun doing it from the other side of the world, but hey, we do what we got to do. She wants to get it built and be able to print something Christmas Day, because when she gives it to her daughter, it's going to be the Christmas gift. And I think she thinks she's going to want to print with it day one. She wants to be able to know how to do it so she can teach her daughter what to do, which I think is a great idea. I don't know why I still have that camera on there. Which I think it's a great idea to do. So I'm going to hopefully walk her through that today and be able to figure that out. Dan, actually, now I'm thinking about it, Dan's wife pops on stream every now and then, at least in the background, to yell at him or hit him. But I do see her every now and then. She pops in. Mine does not. Again, I'm in my office. His office space is kind of like in the house. Mine is, at least I have a closed room, so right now I can have the door closed and not really be bothered by kids most of the time until they walk in. But yeah, I think I'm going to call that a night then. This was fun. Hopefully get that those screws in soon, or I figure something else out. Once I do, I'll stream again, and I will kind of just talk about putting that together. We'll start formatting this. I'll have to figure out how I'm going to do that, because both my monitors are over there, and I don't have any spare monitors, because this is going to hook up to the TV in the living room, so it's not going to need a monitor. And I've got a wireless keyboard and mouse that I will use with it. Because it's really just for Skyping the family, running the VR headset, and if I want to do any living room gaming with controllers, I can do that too if I want. But yeah, so and then running cable and then Bluetooth. I don't think it has Bluetooth, so I'll need to get another little Bluetooth dongle for it. So hers is not a mini clone. She bought an actual Prusa Mini. My mini clone still going great. I haven't used it probably about a month now. I haven't done a ton of printing with my printers lately. Everything has been with the review printers and the Prusa, just because I got the palette hooked up again and I'm retuning that. And again, the video coming out is going to kind of talk about different MMU technologies. Yeah, I'm getting there with the content. Again, I had a lot of fun with the IDEX machine. Probably too much fun, actually. I printed so much stuff with that thing. But yeah, so I'm going to call it a night there. You guys have a good evening. Or good day, wherever in the world you are. I will probably be online tomorrow. Whether or not the wife is with me will be seen. But if she is, it should be a good night. And probably won't be able to monetize that, because I think she'll need some wine to get her through a build. But yeah, it'll be fun. So you guys have a good night. Happy printing. See y'all next time.